If you know anything about me at all, you probably know that I love farm sims. Stardew Valley, Harvest Moon, My Time at Portia, these are some of my favorite games of all time, and I can't get enough of them. So when I was browsing my YouTube recommended and I saw a trailer for a game called Coral Island, claiming to be inspired by the classics but putting its own spin on the genre, I couldn't contain my excitement. Coral Island is a game by Indonesia-based indie studio Stairway Games. According to their website, Coral Island is a reimagined farm game inspired by classics. You can grow crops, nurture animals, and befriend the islanders. So that part is your basic farm sim foundation, which you put that in a game and I already love it. But here's where it gets interesting. Decide whether to revitalize not only the town, but also the surrounding coral reefs. That's what really got me curious to find out more. So where you have Stardew Valley's story of escaping from modern life and going back to the basics, and My Time at Portia's lighter story of revitalizing and developing the town, Coral Island seems to take it one step further and have not only the development of the town you're living in, but also the environment that is surrounding you. On their website, Stairway Games vows to keep intact what people love about classic farm sims, while at the same time modernizing the experience to make it more inclusive and diverse, including weaving environmental awareness into the core gameplay. Let's look at the trailer that I first saw. The first thing I want to point out is that the music is absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to hear the full soundtrack because what I've heard so far fits the game perfectly. Now let's look at the gameplay. If you've ever seen Stardew Valley gameplay before, you're probably asking yourself if Concerned Ape is making a 3D Stardew Valley game. To which my answer would be I wish, but no. While the camera angle and farming gameplay reminds me a lot of Stardew, the art style and polish on this game is phenomenal. Just looking at it, you can see the ornaments blowing in the wind, the frog jumping in the water, and you can even see individual leaves rustling on the tree as the player is hitting it. Then you have the diving mechanic. The underwater area in this game looks absolutely beautiful, and I can't see what diving and reef saving mechanics will add to the core gameplay. I'm also really interested to see if the mermaid is a story event or if there are quests that can be done under the water. It would be cool if there was a mini civilization living under the water. The dating mechanic seems pretty standard. Here you can see the player on a date with an NPC whom I am assuming is Yuri, a doctor, based off of the images on their website and Twitter page. Something I really like about Stardew Valley is the character portraits, and it seems like Stairway Games has done a really great job with their character portraits as well. The dialogue also seems very witty, and there seem to be different events based on the character you're romancing. Next, the trailer moves on to mining, where it seems to be a lot like the Stardew system, where they have a rope going down in the mines, and you have to unlock floors to be able to use the elevator. The combat system seems to be pretty basic, which is something a lot of people had a problem with in My Time at Portia and Stardew Valley, but to me personally, it seemed like the right system to use for the type of game it is. But for this one, we'll just have to wait and see. Fishing seems pretty much standard as far as I can see, at least the casting mechanic is. The exterior house customization looks pretty basic, but on the inside it almost looks like a Sims, Animal Crossing style house customization system. The character customization also seems pretty standard for this type of game, but what interests me is the pets, because it seems like you can have a pet monkey or a pet fox along with the cat and dog, which makes me very curious to see if there's other pets. Either way, having a pet monkey would be amazing. Here we see the player talking with an NPC, and it seems like the NPCs can tell you stories, at least about their interactions with other NPCs. That's something I feel like Stardew Valley lacked, since the NPCs only really had 1 or 2 lines of dialogue they would say per day. Outside what I can only assume is the town hall, they have a town board where you can look at the calendar, run errands, I'm assuming for the NPCs, and then they have community projects, which from the 3 that are there are buildings or community improvements that you could make, like a recycling center, a museum, and a community garden. Now this has me baffled. The player seems to throw a flower into this pond area and he summons some kind of water goddess. I wonder if she'll be a major component of the story, or if she'll just give you quests. This trailer released on January 5th of this year, and so far this is really all we have in terms of a major trailer. However, there are many smaller announcements and gameplay features we can find out from their Twitter and Trello pages. Just by looking on their Trello page, you can find a lot of information about what they've been working on. Rabbits, owls, chimps, crows, butterflies, cats, dogs, ducks, and so many more animals, along with fruit plants and vegetable seeds. They also have different weather patterns and animations such as putting on sun lotion, doing tai chi, daydreaming, and so much more. I can't list them all. On their Twitter they have shared information about some of the 50 plus different characters in the game. There's Yuri and Charles the doctors, Noah the tavern keep, Millie the librarian, Connor the mayor, Scott an archaeologist, Joko the carpenter, Theo a fisherman and a musician, Macy a photographer. You get the point. There's a lot of characters and they all seem to have very detailed backstories. On February 1st, Stairway Games launched a Kickstarter for Coral Island with a goal of $70,000 US, and after 10 hours, they have raised over $48,000. There's clearly a dedicated fan base that is extremely excited for this game, and after spending hours looking through Twitter posts and dev updates, I would say I'm pretty excited for it too. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.